So Bobby Boy slapped your girl's ass. What are you going to do? Bobby Boy, who's also known as Bobby Battle Pass, Bobby Loot Boxes, is seriously back in town, and this is not looking good. And spoiler alert, you can still buy tiers after you reach tier 100 and get nothing in return. So if you, let's say you buy the first tier after you reach 100 tier, that's gonna cost you $1, and in return you get a black screen. Sounds about right, and I've seen numerous amount of channels cover this story, but now you're gonna witness a Call of Duty player go through every single point, and this is gonna get you woke, and it's kinda heartbreaking as well. I mean, it's heartbreaking if you're a Call of Duty fanboy, so let's get the video started. But first of all, I wanna show you guys this quote from Bobby Boy. Troopers found this, right? Because he said that a couple of years ago, Troopers dug through it. And I quote, "The goal that I had in bringing a lot of the packaged goods, folks, into Activision about 10 years ago was to take all the fun out of making video games," end quote. And I'm not making this up. This is an actual quote. And the thing that's absolutely ridiculous about this is he's referring to actual human beings as packaged good, folks. I mean, things cannot get any better than this. He also says that the goal he has is to take all the fun out of making video games. Bobby Boy said that years ago, and now it's coming back in full circle. And let's get right into it, right? This is EA in 2019 we're talking about. This is how they view their customers, as happy and vibrant gamers. And this is how Activision views their customers, as dollar signs. And I want to show you guys the actual numbers and the testimonials who play Call of Duty. And this is Zack A Kay, who's immortal, another great Call of Duty YouTuber, and he said the following: "A guy on Reddit actually broke down my reserve crate opening, and now I'm even more disgusted with how it turned out." And I know a lot of you guys would be like, what the heck? Why did he buy supply drops? But I guess he did for educational purposes, and I'm glad that he did, so we have the numbers and all that. I really hope that no one does after this one, but this is what the Redditor said, and I wish that he kind of showcased his Reddit username, but that Redditor said the following: "With the total of 13,000, I'm assuming 13,000 Call of Duty points, which equates to $130, that means he opened 65 supply drops. In his 65 openings, he got 89 duplicates that didn't turn into rerolls and 31 stickers. I didn't even count all the worthless tags, face paints, and individual camos," I cannot say that word on YouTube, but of his 195 items that cost him at the minimum of $100, he got 2 signature Gs, 2 Blackout characters, and 0 mastercrafts. But hey, at least he can make an awesome emblem with his 31 new stickers. That's where we at. And I also want to show you guys this tweet from Narrow Cinema and Prestigious Key, another great Call of Duty YouTubers. I watch them all the time, and this is what Narrow Cinema said: "Wait, you can literally pump money into tiers 101 and beyond, getting absolutely nothing in return? Is there an option to buy them?" That almost makes it sound like not having supply drops past 100 is actually a glitch. And Prestigious Key, aka Ryan, confirmed by saying, "Yes, that's why at first I thought it was a bug." So you can literally skip tiers by paying that dollar bill and get black screen in return. Sounds about right. And this is just pathetic, man. Black Ops 4 costs $60. It's not a free-to-play game. On top, you got a $50 season pass. Now, keep in mind, that's in US dollars. I'm personally in Canada, so the game costs $80, and with taxes, it's $90. So $90 for a game. Season pass costs $70, so it's already a lot. And I guess a lot of people are kind of okay with the season pass. I know it has been a controversial topic in 2018. It has been in 2018 and also is in 2019, and rightfully so. A lot of games and publishers are moving to friendly monetization schemes and all that. They just want to make the game free to play, or they want to charge $60 up front and give all the future maps for free just to show appreciation. But Activision don't like doing that. On top, you got microtransactions that you can buy straight up in the game, and a lot of us kind of let it slip through, right? We were like, whatever, we like the game, we're gonna support them, whatever, it's just something additional, it's just a cosmetic item. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna buy it. We let it slip. A ton of non-Call of Duty channels were talking about it, and rightfully so, because it's not really a good thing. But us, the Call of Duty players, we were like, whatever, we're not gonna buy it, you know what I mean? But then they introduced that supply stream where you can buy the tiers, you can skip through it, but we were like, whatever, we're just gonna let it slip. We're not gonna buy it. If people are rolling in Benjamins, they're making paper, they're taking all of the capital at home on a daily basis, they are gonna get it, and hey, who cares, right? They're enjoying the game, whatever, let it be. But now we're also getting loot boxes. But before I touch the loot boxes, real quick, I wanna say that Black Ops 4 is the only game to push content out first on PlayStation 4. And I cannot blame Sony though, because Sony is a business. I mean, even Activision is a business, but Sony and PlayStation is like a console, and they are paying money to Activision, and it's up to Activision. They can choose to not accept that money, and they can choose to put content on all consoles, that includes PC, PS4, and Xbox, but they choose to not do it, and the reason they are not doing it is because they love money. On the other hand, they are putting simple red dot sights in the Blackjack shop for $1. I'm pretty sure they tested, and the test turned out to be positive, it seems like, because after this, they put the Black Ops 1 recycled smiley emoji in the Blackjack shop for $2. And I guess they cannot get more greedy than this. Well, spoiler alert, they can, and they have. They put the loot boxes, and according to studies done, it's gambling. I know a lot of you guys, or some of you guys, vocal minority would say that, hey, don't like it, don't buy it, and I understand where you're coming from and all that, but just keep in mind that you're not the only one, right? There are a ton of people who kind of formed habits. They have gambling addictions. They like to spend just $2 because, number one, the reserve costs $2. They would spend $2 on it. They would get something out of it. They will release a ton of dopamine, and then they will be disappointed because obviously they wasted $2. Then they would try once again with the lady. They will put $2 more in. All of a sudden they wasted $4. Release a ton of dopamine, but now they're kind of getting in the habit of spending more and more money. And this is not good, because this is how gambling addictions are formed, and it is basically illegal right now to push all of that out in video games. I really hope that the law and the popo gets involved ASAP, because this is not right. In their new Replacer trailer, they subconsciously hint they are pulling a grand heist on customers' wallet. I mean, memes aside, they show stocks going down, and subconsciously we know that Activision stocks is going down, and they're kind of pushing this to us, and they are doing a heist, and then they're milking the cows. That's like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, all the Call of Duty, and at the end they show the biggest cash cow, and that is the Black Ops 4 cash cow. And the thing that's very pathetic is that they're trying to ease in the BS microtransactions and the loot boxes with this kind of marketing. Like, just think about it. The operation is called Grand Heist. Every outfit and mostly all the camos that you're going to see in this operation have Benjamin signs, money signs, paper, and they're pushing all of this out with the ease of marketing so it doesn't rub the customers in the wrong way. And nothing against this guy right here. In fact, I admire the role he's playing, and I'm really glad that he's back, because we want to see more hype trailers and more content in the game and all that. And here's another argument. I've seen some people talk about it, and the thing is that Activision stock is down, and that's the reason they are pushing all of that out. But just keep in mind that EA stock went down. It plummeted big time like no tomorrow. They still came out with a free-to-play game called Apex Legends. I believe it garnered over 40 million players. Fans are really happy. They are speaking volume, and investors, they are right back. Free-to-play game. And Activision made record earnings this year. They fired 800 people. Not the devs, but they told the devs to cut cost. And Jason Schreier, who's a reputable reporter, reported a couple of weeks ago on numerous amount of things that I covered on my channel, and some of you guys were skeptical about the fact that it's not gonna be about Call of Duty, it's not gonna taint Call of Duty, but I guess it did. He was talking about the fact that financial folks over at Activision are making key decisions. Right now, it is pretty apparent all of that is coming back in full circle, and they fired 800 people. 2 of their main CFO jumped ship, including Spencer Newman and Amrita Ahuja, and this is very alarming. Then they pay $15 million to the new CFO, and then they have the audacity to tell developers to cut costs and fire 800 people. Great moves, but man, I'm getting salty by this. Just know that I love this franchise, and I don't want to see it die this bad, and it looks like that it is declining. All I gotta say is that if you're rolling in money, obviously if you're not rolling in money, you're not gonna be buying the reserves, and rightfully so, you should never buy them. Do not, I don't want to actually sound like I'm giving you an advice or something like that, but just don't buy the supply drops. It doesn't mean anything in the real world. Instead, just go out for a dinner with friends and family. Spend $200 on that if you're rolling in money and all that, and I can guarantee you're gonna have the best experience. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.